We are live.
In 2 minutes.
You heard a lot of noise here a second ago in the studio. Don't worry about it.
What the fuck is Ryan's? Okay. Welcome, guys.
Welcome to the MAViSMITH stream number 27. It's 27. Don't you fucking start that shit again. 27. I'm George.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm Mav.
Mav.
Yeah.
I'm Charlie.
you mean Chazza 194? Right?
No.
Or Chazaroo, right?
Throwback.
Lawrence.
And
Executive producer, right?
Lawrence. Executive producer.
I can't wait to watch that video. I can't fucking wait.
right at the end, because I need to sort things out.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I was sitting in the canteen last night laughing, and the guy I worked with was like, "What are you laughing at?" look at me like I was insane. Okay, so yes, we're gonna try not to, tangent ourselves, and I'm gonna try not to interrupt because that's all I do.
4.
We're gonna try our best not to refer to the chat
But
for
it's
the
so
audio
hard
listeners.
when you have such amazing viewers like. Oh, okay, no, we don't. So no, but yeah, no. So should we just get straight into it?
Yeah, let's roll.
I'm
Let's get into it.
gonna tell you how this podcast is gonna go. Right, I'm gonna interrupt 20 times. Lawrence is just gonna stare down the camera for at least 10 minutes time, that overall time.
Laugh a lot.
Charlie's going to nod his head and not be able to speak anything. And 10 minutes from this exact moment, GFL will go, well, I have a few topics, actually.
I've actually got any this week, but I have got a few funny things to show other than our premiere. One funny thing to show other than our premiere, and it's going to be really funny. You guys are going to like it a lot. Lawrence won't like it, though. But I'm going to make him sweat. I'm going to make him sweat the entire
My
show.
listeners.
Where is it?
Our listeners are going to hear
Where is
this
it?
video.
Oh.
That's because our video kind of backs up as a I don't know, but our video GFA backs up as like an audio radio advert. Technically, there's not a lot of video. Kind of like you can listen to it as like an audio advert. Really, the video makes it 10 times funnier. But
What are you on about, Will?
Yeah. I
and
get you.
GFA is going to be showing the nipple story.
Showing the nipple story.
Tell him, please don't show us. Please don't show us. And Lawrence is gonna
Eat the whole stream.
Do you remember,
of
oh my
videos.
god, do you remember
On
podcast number like 3 when Lawrence built
Mango chutney
everywhere.
I didn't do that.
and then literally like we had like one viewer and it was Natalie, and all what was going on was all you heard was Lawrence eating a poppadom.
Oh yeah.
But I remember saying to him, right, you got to stop now. The audio listeners are going to hate this. And then he goes, okay. And he goes, one more, picks up the entire poppadom and just starts shoving it in his mouth. And it was so funny.
So good. Cool. Do we have anything to kind of talk about first before we get into the podcast?
No.
No, absolutely fine.
Yeah, no, I've got a few things to
nothing.
talk about. Yeah.
You meant to get 9 minutes from now.
Okay,
I called it in 10 minutes.
Do we have anything to talk about first before we get into the podcast?
Yeah, if we're up to the
Isn't the podcast going to be talking about things anyway?
Can I see it, son? Cassie's in the kitchen.
Shit.
Yeah. I just come in, Lauren's not there, I just move the mic. I've been driving since August without tax.
What?
He didn't
To
tax
be
his
fair,
car.
I didn't touch my car like until the middle of February, so I only went 2 weeks, and I was nervous.
I'd like, yeah.
6 months, 7 months. How do you know?
Well, I just plugged in, looked at my mum's tax and said, you've got to pay yours, right? And I thought, I was look at mine, and I was like, my MOT is due next month. My tax was due August, just gone. But
if you got done by speeding, you would have.
Well, I have. I've been pulled over by the cops twice, so they have.
First of all, they're the police, not the
What,
cops.
have you been flashed though by a camera?
Yeah, I had a speed race course. I'm a great driver.
Did that,
oh my
how many
god!
points
I
did-
picked GFA up from work, right? You know that horrible left turn at the end of his road to get out of his company, business. You got that left
Get out of my
hand, and you
company?
have to get far to the left. I just fucking plugged. Right, so GFA's friend from work came out and he drove out and he got into the far left lane. What? and I cut up and got right in the fucking middle, and I blocked off 2 lanes trying to get over. Right, I couldn't go anywhere. The guy in front of the bus width in front of him, right? And then his mate sitting and laughing in the window because GFA put his head out and was like,
I was like, let us in.
Because I let him and he lets me in. And then everyone was beeping the car, so I was beeping, everyone was beeping. Oh, it was great fun.
How many points have you got on your license now?
I got 3.
What?
He's going for more though. He wants to have the most points out of any
It's
driver.
the most you get, right?
Yeah,
It's the
that's
most
it.
I can't
points
believe that
wins.
people go up to like 120 points.
What?
Yeah, people can go up to 120 points and they just go into court and go, I need it for my job. And they go,
Right.
cool. And then it's people.
So,
they
I
keep
think
racking up points.
that's possibly the biggest lie you've ever told
No,
in your
no,
entire
Google
life.
it. Honestly, Google
Did
it.
was
you-
that?
do you-
What
just-
was
do you-
Honestly,
do you know what?
Google it.
I was sitting there thinking something just didn't seem right.
No,
I wasn't
no,
really
no, no.
listening, but something was wrong.
The biggest, someone's racked up the most is like 270 points on their license.
When,
Honestly,
You go to prison when you get 12.
One sec. What?
No, honestly, I'm not trying
To be fair, I remember
Is he
reading
fucking
something about
drifting around
that.
the prison courtyard or something?
That's 3 points there. That's 6 points there. That's 9 points.
Carl's like bull, but honestly, Google it.
Is he like Vin Diesel? My family.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Blowing up like car parking lots, drifting round.
Motorists with 62 penalty points are legally allowed to drive.
Yeah, told you.
That's not 120 or whatever you said.
No,
What-
no, the
270.
maximum, no, then they go to court and the court
Yeah,
they can just keep
1,070.
pleading that it's
Yeah,
for their
yeah,
job. They can
Right,
just
so,
keep pleading.
A few months ago, back in like November, we did a charity stream, and you two have got to defend yourself now of why you left halfway through.
I don't need to defend myself to no one.
To be fair, you came up, Charlie. Lawrence was like, I'm going to prestige tonight. We all sat down, we pressed the start stream button. Lawrence got to level 12 and went to bed.
He got so angry.
I got like
every,
level 30.
every 5 seconds. Fucking go! Like constantly.
And then Jiffy was like, I'm going to go sleep. Went upstairs for 10 minutes, came down, was like, can't sleep.
That was
And
a
then
bad
I
one.
was like,
Why? Then
you back?
Then it got to like 6 o'clock, and because I had my little nap, I had like 10 minutes sleep. I was like awake again a little bit. I had my power nap. You were sitting there at 6, like.
Fuck. And then, but we, I was like, we need a game to get us going. It was me and Lawrence. Jiffy was making coffees, and we were like, all right, let's play Rocket League. People were joining, going, "What league are you in?" And we were like, "What?
Well, we're in the league.
What league are we in?"
We're in the Rocket League.
We're in the Rocket League. I was going to say that.
But yeah, no. So, but I've been pulled over. So I don't know why they haven't, said, but they don't send warnings anymore. So be careful.
I
Your
will.
viewers at home,
No, yeah.
make sure your car's taxed. You don't get no reviewer form.
No,
You do
yeah.
it for free. Go
Do you mean renewal form? And you do
Renewal.
still get renewal
You
forms.
just go in uniforms.
I didn't get
You
one.
still get them.
Well, no, my mum didn't get one. I didn't get one.
I didn't get one. That was the beginning of
I
Jan.
mean, I've got one downstairs. that
You have
came
a
in
car.
recently.
So, yeah, what are you taxing?
No, my mum's car.
Oh, okay.
Vroom, vroom. Get out
my
the
God.
car.
All right, okay. All right.
Jump out.
Any other funny stories that happened this week?
Not that I can share.
Love it. After stream talks, we dim the lights and we go about the stories we can't say. I got syrup down George's suit, his new suit.
Oh God.
So,
Syrup?
so,
were you guys doing-
Why were you
we
just
went to-
holding syrup? Just like out of
It was,
anything.
it was,
a pancake day.
It was last Saturday. We went to go do a shoot, and
Yeah.
it was raining because England sucks anyway. But so I thought night shift. I'll get some toast and I'll have golden syrup on toast because that's the fucking bollocks, right? So what I then
Go
did,
for that,
yeah, cool, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, no, yeah. Good. So then what I did was I grabbed some golden syrup and it leaked a small bit on.
Oh,
no,
a small bit
Listen,
would have drowned an entire family of ants.
They're big families. They're about 1,000 per colony.
Thanks, clearing that up.
So it was literally no. First of all, it was about that big, and it was on the floor. And Jiffy got in the car weeks ago.
Oh, I know what we can talk about this stream. Go on, there.
All right, Matt, calm down. so there was a tiny bit of syrup on the floor, and I meant, Jiffy, watch out. There's syrup and there's crumbs. So you went, all right, cool. My car's a shithole. Right, no, listen.
I'm listening.
So and then he was like, okay, put his feet to the front of the footwell. Weeks later, last weekend. I had, or the day before, I had got the syrup and leaked it. So I put the cap down and put it in the door handle, the door like shelf.
Yes, the shelf. Yeah,
And
the shelf.
and it's a fucking shelf. You put shit on it. It's a fucking shelf. Yeah. And the syrup, the lid was broken. I didn't know, and it had leaked through and it had covered the door.
Oh,
but
I don't want to get in your car.
But the syrup had leaked through the plastic and gone onto the skirting.
Found its way through.
It leaked through. It leaked through onto the skirt, onto the door skirt. So GFA gets in the car, right? We got Subway, we got coffees. I'm a little bit tipsy still. We got in the car and he just goes, "What's on this sticky thing?" I was like,
reinforcing his good driver.
Yeah.
Plead. I was a little bit tipsy while driving.
Nah, we were parked in a car park spot. Where I left the car at the office. Yeah, no, it's fucking, it was great. So, what do you want to talk about this podcast?
No, it's fine. We'll get to it later. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Right. Shall I bring up a topic I want to sort of discuss?
I bet it's
go for it.
I bet it's the same thing.
Matt, you just got mugged.
No, 100% it's not.
Okay.
Gavin.
Exactly what I was going to say.
I want to talk about Gavin Free and Meg Turney's break-in. I know it's sort of like a bit old news now. It's been out for a week, but we haven't sort of touched on it. And I sort of want to discuss that kind of aspect of content creators. So just to fill you guys in.
I know, yeah.
You do?
No.
Okay.
Wait, who's it?
Gavin Free and Meg Turney.
So Gavin Free's from Rooster Teeth, right?
Rooster Teeth, and he does some slow-mo guys.
Yeah.
His girlfriend, who's like a model, does like cosplay. She's Meg.
She's a model.
Yeah. Like a cosplay model. Sorry?
What?
Yeah. And so there's a guy that lived in New Mexico. I think it's New Mexico. He was madly in love with Meg and hated Gavin because Gavin was so successful with slow-mo guys. Rooster Teeth did his dream jobs, played games, made videos, got millions of whatever, yeah. As anyone would be, that guy, really. And she's phenomenally attractive. Meg is stunning.
Is there a reference picture?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
And so the
screen just goes to black. I can't relax.
So this guy drove 11 hours, I believe it was, from where he lived in New Mexico down to where they live in Texas. Broke into their house in the middle of the night with a gun. Shot a gun inside and said, "Where are you?" I started screaming. Gavin and Meg woke up, hid in the cupboard, and called the police. They had a 4-minute response time. Turned up. The guy ran back to his car, got in, and the police shot him dead on the driveway.
Jesus
Seriously?
Christ.
So they broke.
Just some absolute
nutter,
nutcase.
some absolute nutter that was a massive like rage fan. And everyone's going like, this bloke is, he's driven all that way just to attempt to basically he had messages in his phone. Sorry, but they're just now looking at it. So now they've got messages. They've gone down his phone since the police arrested him. And he's got messages saying, I want Gavin to die with no children and no one around him, and I love Meg and all this shit. And obviously he was a crazed fan, and he went to kill Gavin and try and steal
Fucking
Meg.
Stand it, mate.
So
I would just love. So he's sitting at home. He's like,
how scared
he's
would
like,
you be?
He's like, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna shoot Gavin, and Meg will just fall in love with me because I've shot Gavin.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just imagine her going, "Oh my god, you shot him! You're the best,
my hero."
Yeah, it's like reenacted in his head.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's
good.
deranged and it's scary. Do you know what I mean?
He'd be so scared to create content now.
Well, not
think about what happened 2 years prior. I mean, the girl that got shot at the meet and greet.
There's a YouTuber doing signing signatures at a meet and greet for their fans. Some guy walked up and just shot her in the chest and killed her.
What the fuck?
So being a YouTuber is dangerous for your health these days.
But we're doing it.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
She needs Kevin Costner from The Bodyguard. It's a bit late now, but
Yeah, it was fucking, I was gonna say, no. Although her brother was there, and he tackled the guy with the gun the second he fired the first shot.
We should have a bodyguard now. This follows around. So
That's mental.
Want a job or?
Oh yeah, you're the right.
Well, Ball's homeless and jobless, right? Ball.
he'll be the one doing it,
not
mate.
be a security guard. Ball could be the guy.
He'd be the one doing it. Like Lee Harvey Oswald on the grassy knoll. Oh shit. Get JFK'd. Right, so
Get JFK.
where's Hero's Quest, by the way? I wrote the other chapter. Okay, good.
But all right, so with what
you
you're going to say about Meg Turney and stuff like that, it is scary, but unfortunately, that's just the way the world is.
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter if you're content creating, you're the fucking, you're the president, you're whoever you are. Someone does have the ability to just grab it. Like, think of this, I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but just quickly, I would always, like when there's.
So you are going to go off on a tangent.
I'm not. It is related, I promise. So, falafels, right? The whole shooting that happened in Florida last week.
That was my topic.
Okay, so
we'll segue into that in a second. Yeah.
So
did you know the guy was segued? Right, let's go.
I always say you can't stop guns in America. There's too many guns in America now that you physically can't say no more guns. And he goes, okay. It's got to be just people throwing out 30 guns,
throwing them out the windows.
Yeah. But then I didn't know that the guy went into a shop and brought an AR-15. I did not know that. I thought he would have just brought on the black market.
Or took his dad's or something.
No. He went into a shop and brought an AR-15. Imagine, first of all, why did anyone want an AR-15?
It's awesome, yeah.
But why would you want to?
12 of them.
Buy a fucking replica.
I want 15 of them.
Buy a BB gun. Don't buy an actual AR-15. Like,
no, this guy wanted.
He wanted to kill people.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
So BB guns not going to help him, is it?
Yeah.
God, I want to kill all those kids in that school.
Bang, bang. Pow, pow, you're dead. No, fucking, he had the intent to go and murder people, and he went and bought a gun because it's that easy in America. It's so easy. I think you can't pull guns away, but I think, like, realistically, like, there should be mental health checks before you can buy them. Simple as that. You should have a full-on background check and a mental health check that, like, at a doctor's, and should be scheduled.
Like that, though.
Well, not if you go to, like, a doctor and actually have a proper mental checkup, right?
90% of the world would fail that test.
Well, then they shouldn't have guns, Charlie. That's
it doesn't make any sense. Just quickly.
Military people would probably fail.
Just quickly, our friends just said, just a small question, boys. Why is the desk you're on angled to the fucking floor? The Brio is. Yeah, me and Lawrence are really low down, and Charlie and even GFA's towering over us.
Whoa, the glass is going!
Oh no, it's because it's wonky. The thing's wonky.
What's angled? How's it? Oh, is it angled?
It's slanted.
We're in like one of those crazy houses.
On the one in Southend.
Oh, I actually want to rip off the H3 podcast later and talk about ghost stories.
Don't want to fix it.
Get there. So
nah, that's all right.
Nah. I mean,
we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now. We're done.
Does it look that bad? Doesn't look that bad,
It's really not that easy to get a gun. I have to disagree with you there. All I'm saying is, if a dude who has been expelled from school can walk in.
Fucking going downhill, boys.
If a kid who has been expelled from school can walk into a shop and just pick up a fucking, an AR-15.
I can't wait for.
I get there's testing.
Oh, don't get bored.
One of our friends fucking 1v1 us. You should not be able to get a gun at 18. You should be able to get a gun before 21. I'm sorry, but you're still at school until you're 21, and if the meme online, if something pisses a kid off, I don't fucking know what's going to happen. So, I feel like it was absolutely crazy. But back to what you're saying about, like, fans, I feel like that's just anyone, and content creators, because they are content creators and they are everywhere on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram, Flappy Chat, Bing Bong. It doesn't matter what you're on.
If these haven't been made,
these need to be made. What app would Bing Bong be?
Well, this is a tangent in itself.
All right, so
I'll come back to you on that. I'll think.
Yeah, let's have a little think. We'll come back to that.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's, and because we are a content creating channel, and we like content creators, we will hear about.
But how I want to know. I don't know if they've announced this. How did he get Gavin's address?
You can find anyone's address.
What? It's just that easily. That's scary in itself that anyone can just find an address. So, what on earth is that?
Sorry. Oh. You know what? Right. Okay.
Didn't know your phone had vibranium in it.
We're 27 podcasts in.
Do
you want to be brought back? Do you want to be brought back?
It's my first time. Leave me alone. I'm new to this.
If I see a fucking
Matt took 20 minutes to set up a
mic
stand.
If I see a meme on my fucking phone one more time.
It's not a meme.
I was sitting here ready on time, and you guys are taking ages to set up a fucking mic stand.
Right.
I was punctual.
But yeah, so yeah, how did you want to finish this? Do you have any other questions? Any further questions, as one might say?
Questions?
No, I just wanted your opinion on, like, how he got the address. I didn't know it was that easy to find where people live, especially someone that has that. But I suppose
people let it slip.
The thing is, I think as Jack said, you can find it. You can find out where celebrities live pretty easily. And I mean, at the end of the day, someone of Gavin's status at this point maybe should have better security. I know he has cameras everywhere, but the guy literally just broke through the window with a gun, and jobs are good and good night, Rosie. If he found him,
did you see what happened with Post Malone though? Jake Paul did a vlog, and he vlogged walking into Post Malone's house, and then everyone knew where Post Malone lived. So
someone put down the Paul brothers, please.
And I actually want to reference them. I know that people hate talking about them, but I actually want to talk about them later on. So someone remind me. We're going to have so many podcasts, so many topics bouncing across each other. Matt, you said something about donkey horses, right? Oh yes,
donkey horses.
Yeah, donkey horses, great topic. Remind me.
I'd rather not.
Alexa, Alice, remind me.
Right, let's move on swiftly.
So just quickly, we've got quite a few things we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing we've got our video that we did that we're gonna be showing.
Is your laptop part of the podcast as
Your
well?
laptop can fucking blow up, mate.
I may as well.
Yeah. So we've got a video that we're going to show later, so you're going to see us watch it for the first time. Well, these two watch it for the first time. This guy's going to fucking fall off his chair.
Okay.
This guy, I don't know. So I don't know him. We found him off the street. He was just in McDonald's. And we're going to be talking about, we're going to be reading the next chapter of GFA's book.
Yeah. Well, we've had a week off of that, and everyone's been. I've been inboxes left, right, millions of inboxes. Where is Heroes Quest? When's it coming back?
In 1 second.
Well, I had public. J.K. Rowling called me. It's like, I really want to flesh a book out and make a film about it, and then tell all your characters gay. But before I can do that, right, can you tell me more about Chapter 6? I have to know what happens to Mike and the gang. I'm like, psh, you have to tune into the podcast, love. Yeah. And she went, all right, then. Oh, so wet. So that's
wait. Talking about J.K. Rowling, right? Okay. Right. What other topic do you have to say? I'm just going to inbox Itfarns, whatever his name is. Itfarns. So a guy, one of our viewers is called Itfarns, right? And he changed it to LT Farms. People kept calling him Itfarns, but his name's Lieutenant Farms. But everyone's going, wait, Itfarns. Right, what other topic you got?
I think my only topic I had this week was the Gavin and Mel. Well, let's
segue into the shooting that happened last week. You know?
Nah, that's what we've spoken of there.
Well, yeah, I think it's more. It's basically the topic was basically going to be gun control.
Yeah.
Right?
So, have you thought of an app?
No, I forgot. I forgot. Oh, Bing Bong. That was it. I'll come back to you. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, Bing Bong in Inside Out.
Inside Out.
The feels, man. The film.
It is called Inside Out, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah.
The film. The film Inside Out. Really sad.
Haven't seen it.
Don't see it.
It's good.
You'll pull your eyes out.
Is it about dogs and stuff dying?
No.
I'll be alright then.
It's about. No, you won't. Trust me, brother. You won't be alright.
Obviously cried.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, this is what I wanted to ask. They asked it on the podcast I was listening to, and I want to see what you guys do. Do you guys, if you turn the light off downstairs, do you run upstairs?
No.
Sprint.
Do you?
Do you?
I tried. No, I don't really.
Oh, I do. I fucking bolt it up. I know there's something there, and I was listening to I don't know who they are.
Bolt over the stairs.
and then what's chasing me bolts on me on the stairs. No, but I was listening to the podcast, and there was Lyric and I don't know their names, Lyric and something else. I don't know who they are. They're quite famous. Lyric and anyway, they were we're 45-year-old men and we still run inside the house if it's dark outside. And then is it Ethan? Yeah, Ethan. Ethan was like, he was physically if I turn the light off downstairs, I'm in the kitchen, I bolt upstairs, and Ethan and Healy was like, why are you running up the stairs? He's like,
but don't you in your house, don't you have people standing in your garden? I swear you saw.
That's one of my ghost stories. I'll get to you later. I'll get to you later on.
Yeah, we've got some good ghost stories.
We've got some good ghost stories. Fuck. Right.
Okay.
Cool. Let's get on with it.
Okay, so we're going to premiere our newest YouTube video
that we did.
That we have. That it's currently unreleased.
Yeah, the video that people are listening to.
You can listen to it on. You can listen to it as an. It's an infomercial for a product.
All right.
Wait, hold on a sec.
Oh right, okay, I've got it. I just worked out what it is.
I'm excited.
I know exactly what the kind of thing.
Like
that
the premiere of the song, whatever.
I've worked out exactly the kind of thing that you guys would have thought.
Dude, it's fucking hilarious. Should we?
Is it just that, but done all wrongly?
Should we mute the mics so that
they don't want to hear us laughing now?
Sure.
Well, just because it sounds like an advert, and you can see us creasing because they're not going to be able to hear it if we're laughing, will it? Because trust me, no one's going to be laughing. Fuck, I'm going to be laughing. I've watched it 5 times.
Keep talking about yourself while I just sort it out.
Talking, yeah.
But yeah, Charlie, tell us a bit about you. You haven't been on the podcast. You haven't been in anything before. Tell us about yourself.
Is this true?
Hi.
Is this true? What's your
My name is Charlie. I program for a living.
You programs for a living.
That's about it.
I've actually told you a story about how you got your job on here before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've also mugged you off so many times, but you don't actually listen to it, so...
I wouldn't care anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well,
God, it's so hot, you've got a self-esteem of steel. But yeah, no, okay, cool. So
Yeah.
Test a bit about yourself. No. And we're back to the studio.
Right.
Okay, are we ready?
No, we're not. I'm not sure. I need to just test it quickly. So I apologise for our Twitch viewers right now. We're just going to quickly switch over to this channel because the desktop catcher isn't working right now. So do bear with me.
GFA, why is it recording for 2 minutes and 5 seconds?
Because you had to restart it.
It doesn't overheat. It just caps.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We're going to go back to the podcast room while I sort this out. We're going to have to come back to our premiere video because this is not working right now. So move on, and I'll come back to it.
Okay.
What are you playing Spyfall?
Yeah, we have a game to play called Spyfall. It's I don't really get it, but we're going to play it. Lawrence is fucking atrocious at it. So
yes.
is this true? Yes.
I'm a truthful man now.
I can't
lie. But yeah, no. So we also we've decided that we're going to do like a long stream every weekend on either a Friday or Saturday night, one of the two, depending on what we feel like.
Where's he off to?
Why about me? I'll be back in
Righto.
Where the fuck is he going?
So I'm going to the toilet. He's AFK.
What, have you heard of Spyfall before, Clayman?
Oh, Spyfall. Yeah. I've sent the story.
It
want to play that.
It funds at work.
The thing is, people could play it with us, but it's just a delay.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to ask someone a question across the chat.
And then you'd have to wait for them. Yeah.
And then you have to wait for them
they have to be in the game anyway, don't they?
Well, no, it's the same as a code, like Jackbox.
Oh, yeah, true.
But the thing is, the delay between the people would be so great that it'd like take up most of the time, and you'd just be sitting there twiddling your fingers for most of it.
Yeah, that's true.
What's not
you are just getting mugged, mate. Everyone's mugging you.
But yeah, we have decided to either stream Friday night or Saturday night, one of the two. We're gonna do like a longish stream. Oh, where was my Fanta?
No one else one.
We didn't ask. You didn't say you were going. You just fucking disappeared.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna be playing games all evening. We're gonna be doing a bit of. We're thinking about changing Wednesday to kind of like, if there's more than just GFA and I, we might do a little bit of like a talk show kind of thing where we just sit around and play games and just fuck around, really. Because if we're playing Call of Duty and there's 4 people, we're just kind of just watching one guy and not nuke. So
I would nuke every time.
No, you couldn't do.
Okay,
it's hard. It's real hard.
It's nasty.
It is.
Mate. Wait, is it PC or Xbox?
Well, PC and like.
Well, you're playing against PC people and playing the controller.
No, PC. You're playing your PC. Your PC
what? Yeah.
people controller keyboard.
Cheers, mate. You nailed that.
Hey, you. Right, are we ready?
Nice. I don't know what's going on.
Schoolboy errors.
No, it's this shitty software, mate. It's what it is.
Switch the.
Let me write
switch
some
the screens
better
around.
software. I'll do it for you. Give me some money.
Yeah, like a technician. I've got my McDonald's, of course, because we are not sponsored, but not yet sponsored by them.
Please. They're just gonna hear that down the mic.
That's the whole point. Okay, so we can't get the video working. Can it?
Should we start with Spyfall?
Yeah. Should we get going with Spyfall? Do you reckon you can get it working?
I don't know. It's been really strange. Usually it would work, but it's just not working at all right now. I think it's something wrong with OBS and not us. So
tweet OBS and say MAViSMITH sent us.
At OBS, sort your shit out.
What? Your overheating laptop sounds like it's
Don't you warm it up.
Don't you warm it up.
I'm ready.
Right, are we going for it then? Are we playing?
Yeah.
So we're gonna be playing this Spyfall game. I know what it is.
It's a fun game. Someone knows in the chat already. He knows. Clayman.
Okay, so we've got a ghost story sent. We've got a ghost story sent to us by Lights.
Oh, okay, that'd be good. We can read that in a second when we do all of them.
You showing the video or not? We're trying to, Carl. We're trying to get it working, but it's not actually booting
OBS
up.
is just not cooperating right now. I'm trying my hardest. I'll keep working on it. Just we'll have to play something for a second.
Come on.
I'm pretty sure I have a notepad somewhere about topics I wanted to speak about.
Okay, I'll see how it is. We're not playing for that.
Oh yeah.
No. We'll do the topics. We'll play it later.
I'm sure I had it somewhere.
GFA needs to sort his shit out, so he's not going to play anyway.
Well, no, I'll still play.
All right, then, let's play. Let's play some Spyfall. All right, Lance, boot up the app. Boot up Spyfall.
All right, I've got a game ready, boys.
So,
how do I join?
I'm already in. I'm with GFA.
What?
I've backed out and I've deleted that game.
No
I got a code.
What's the code?
UHICPS.
Say again in English.
Do you want to choose your name first before you ask me that? Okay. UHICPS. We're going to get random people join now, aren't we?
So this
Clayman's
car, we are trying to get it working, but it's not working at the moment, so we'd give us a short few milliseconds. But we're going to play this game called Spyfall. Do you want to explain it?
Right, so Spyfall is pretty much a game where you've given a location and each of you are given a role, and one person is chosen to be the spy. And you each have to ask each other questions, and you have to be ambiguous to know when people are lying or when people are telling the truth. So the spy has to give really ambiguous questions to these answers to these questions, so he doesn't get caught out, and then the other people need to try and find the spy in the group. It'll all come clear when you hear us play.
It'll all come clear when you hear us play. You heard it here first.
Oh, are you joining GFA?
Yeah, what's the code, sorry?
UHICPS.
Let's start in a minute.
Why can't you trying to do
You did a Matt, didn't you? You put his name in as the code.
Really?
Yeah. For fuck's sake,
Is it CPS?
Yeah. If anyone else has any ghost stories, send us a DM and we'll read them out.
Right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Is everyone ready? Alright, you want to hide your screen, guys, just in case you are the spy.
Ready, steady, go.
Ready, steady, go.
Alright, ready?
11, 2 minutes.
Oh, someone already started it. Okay.
Right. So,
Interesting.
no looking at
Yeah.
Right,
Right, so at the moment,
minutes.
one of us...
fake stories.
Hide your phone, man.
One of us is the spy, and someone needs to ask a question. So George, Matt,
All right.
anyone.
What
I'll
order
go
should we
first.
go? Matt, we're going that way.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Matt, you
Or
go
going
first.
this way, whatever.
Go clockwise.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Okay. So who am I asking?
Anyone.
Anyone.
Always ask the person to your left.
All right.
Okay.
No, you can ask anyone. You can ask
Yeah,
anyone.
you can ask
You get
anyone.
two.
Okay.
You can't have two people ask the same person once in a row, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You can ask anyone.
Mav.
Yep.
Good. Yeah.
Right,
Would you...
Ideally, have the
this
question
is hard.
ready.
Yeah.
Just ask me a fucking question. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Is Lawrence the spy?
Yeah.
He's all sweating.
Would you take your family there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Good old time. I'll try it, sugar.
It's not my go. It's your go because
We're
you
going
just got
clockwise.
you just got a question answer.
Oh, right,
So
okay.
you can now choose one of
That's
us.
so much more confusing than just going left, mate.
No, it's not.
GFA.
Hi there.
Does this place serve food?
It depends on the specifics of the location. Some do, some don't.
Oh, that answer.
Damn. He's a pro.
So,
Fucking go fuck off, man.
Right, it's your turn to ask a question, mate.
Okay.
No chatting. It's cheating.
Oh, okay. Wait, what? Right. Okay. Charlie, as you haven't asked a question yet.
Mhm.
How many members of staff would you find in this location on an average day?
It really depends if it's a weekday or weekend.
100 defense. Okay. Okay. I accept it. Move on.
Yeah, it's fine.
I got that.
Right. Would you normally go here a day or night,
Me?
Matt? Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Ask me again, but I'll do a LA Noir answer. Ask me again.
The camera's got to be able to see your eyes.
Ask me again.
Do you normally go to this place in the day or at night?
No.
We've only got 2 minutes.
Actually, what's your answer? You have 2 minutes to find the
both.
spy.
He said both day and night. Okay, we've got 2 minutes left to try and figure out who the spy is.
said both, right,
Lawrence,
okay.
it's back to you and get your question, right?
No, it's Matt. Matt asked the
But no,
question.
we skipped Lawrence's go.
No one's asked me a question.
It's whoever gets asked.
Yeah, so Matt can ask the
Okay,
question now
okay,
to Lawrence.
okay, let's go.
GFA, does this place have seats?
Yes, you could. There's places to sit down here. Yeah.
Literally
Lawrence,
could be anywhere.
where,
Is it in a park or in the grass?
You need to ask better questions than that.
where
mate.
would you
know
usually
what?
where would you usually find this location? Would it be sort of like, would it be? Is there a specific place that you would find it?
Nope.
No?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Okay. So they're all over the place.
They're all over the place.
Are they? Yeah.
Okay, so we're cleared out.
They're all over the place, mate.
Ask,
Get on anywhere, really, can't you?
Yeah. Okay. Keep asking your
Right,
questions.
you go.
It's Lawrence's question.
Charlie.
We've only got a minute.
Come
I
on.
never think of any questions, man.
Great one.
Do you ever go there with animals?
No.
You wouldn't.
I mean, okay,
Okay.
sorry, go on. It's your question.
Is it law?
That's that then.
Your
Law?
question.
Law.
No, it's
By
his
law?
question. You can't ask. You can't.
By law.
It's your question.
Right.
We've got 33 seconds, so make this question quick.
Would you go here in a case of emergency?
Who are you asking me?
Yeah, because Ted just looks at everyone.
It depends on the emergency. If I had to,
Got it.
I'm voting Charlie as the spy. I'm voting Charlie as a spy.
You all can vote for different people.
I'm voting Charlie,
You need
quickly.
to accumulate. Everyone needs to
everyone
vote at once.
Just
I've voted on my phone.
no, you can't. You have to just say quickly.
Alright, I'm voting George as a spy.
George is spy.
George is a spy.
It wasn't me.
It was me.
I knew it was you.
Yeah. What was it? Was it the hospital?
No, you got a guess though, haven't you? Now.
Was it the hospital?
No.
Damn it!
So no one wins. 'Cause you have to guess before the time runs out.
yeah.
Okay.
You have to guess before the time
What-
runs out.
what was it?
Cool.
That's all right. That's
It
all right,
was
yeah.
the-
They're
It
everywhere.
It was the passenger train,
passenger train. Yeah.
and I was a train driver.
I got so lucky on that animal
Yeah,
one. I was like,
yeah.
no, I'm just going to take a chance.
When I really thought it was you until you said, "I guess you could get on anywhere." I was like, "Oh shit!" he
Let's
knows.
start. Let's
So
start.
you do like
again.
movie references as well. Like if you know people know a movie.
Yeah.
Right, we're going.
Right. Yeah.
Go.
All right.
Okay.
Lawrence.
Wait, are we going?
Oh wait.
It's just changed. It's just
Okay, go.
Oh, yeah, I
Just
can
go,
start. I
just
can
go.
start.
Right.
Oh, well, I was the spy last round.
Wait, can we please change? Because I'm the spy again.
Okay, yeah. Go
Oh
again.
fuck! I left the game.
No.
It's a shambles.
No. It doesn't matter
Can you
who's the
not get the
spy.
thing working?
Wait, can someone?
No, I'm gonna have to.
What's the
I don't know
code?
what I
What's the
can do.
code?
Or that screen capture. Or like
Yeah, don't
In the
know.
game.
End the game. Yeah. What's the code?
media capture.
What's the code?
Right.
Someone tell me, please.
What?
The code.
Someone needs to end the game.
Oh, it's glitched out. George has left.
Everyone leave
Oh,
game.
stop looking at. What's the code?
I'm creating a game.
Okay, right, everyone leave. Everyone leave. We're joining a new game.
Right.
Right. So it'd be. Oh shit! I've got to leave. What's the code?
Right,
LYISFD.
Right, say again.
LYISFD. LYISFD.
LYISFD.
All right, I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in.
SFDS. Yeah.
Right, we ready?
Go on.
Go.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's starting?
Right.
I'll go. GFA.
Yo.
Would you go here for fun?
No. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, are you asking my role, as in the role I am at?
No, I'm asking for the location.
No.
Good question. He tried.
No, I personally wouldn't go here for fun. No.
Okay.
Matt.
Yes.
Would you expect to see? Would this place have good security?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Your question.
Lawrence. Is there someone in charge?
Yes.
You need to ask better questions, bro. Can you sit down? What? You can sit down everywhere. These aren't helping you. My lines.
Yeah, Charlie. Would you take your family there?
It depends on the occasion. If you're all together, then maybe, and you had to. And you just got your family with you, and you had to do something. You would bring your family in that occasion.
Okay.
George.
Mhm.
Would you go here on a weekend or a weekday traditionally?
Traditionally, I would go here on a weekday.
Okay.
Weird. If you're not the spy, you weird.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Lawrence, is there a lot of parking in this place? Does it have its own parking area?
Its own parking area. I would say the majority do. Personally.
Okay.
Oh fuck!
Oh shit! What?
Oh my god!
What's your question, sir?
That is no further.
Can you actually vote on the phone though? I haven't.
No,
tried
you can't. You can't. I think you have to. I think that what you do is you tap.
Oh, it's just marking.
Yeah, you tap the names off, so you can say
yeah.
they're definitely not, or they definitely are.
Right, God, yeah.
Right. And you got to do that in 5 minutes. That's quick.
It's 2 minutes.
You can change the time. You've got 2 minutes, but
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right, he's got yours.
All right, Matt.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Would you go there at day or night?
Day.
Always.
25/8, 366.
I'm voting Lawrence the
I'll vote
spy.
Lawrence.
Yeah, I bet Lawrence.
Right.
Were you the spy?
I'm not telling you.
Damn, he's a good spy.
You can guess back. You can guess what it is.
I originally.
This is your
If you
only
guess what it
guess.
is, you win. A few of them would have given it away. I reckon.
Yeah.
Embassy.
No.
No,
Fuck.
it's close though.
Is it bank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I actually thought bank at first. That's what I was thinking the whole way through. That's how I answered.
Right, I'm ending the game. Is everyone back to the main menu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yeah, go.
Oh, damn.
As do you want to start, Lawrence? As you were the spy last round.
Matt, would you go here at daytime or nighttime?
Nighttime.
I vote Matt.
Vote Matt.
What is it?
That's the risk you take.
I love that so cool. Nighttime, yeah. Like going at nighttime.
Right. Start again. Go.
So brave.
Matt, you ask first.
You got to lie with fucking to it. Fuck you.
You ask first.
And balls to the wall, Matt.
All right. George, down night.
Me.
Yeah.
Depends on the area. I suppose you could go here at any time, day or night.
Your question, go.
Oh, sorry. I mean, typically, Charlie, how many staff members do you find at this location?
A handful.
What?
What, are they like Tiny Tims?
No, I'm just. I don't want to say the number because it'll give it away.
Okay.
It's your question.
He's a good
Oh, is it? Right, Matt.
Oh, but my phone.
How many times would you go to this place in a week?
3 times?
Okay. Is everyone super shady?
Lawrence, would you go here with your dog?
I mean, I wouldn't choose to, but if I had to, then maybe.
If you were Stevie Wonder, you might have to.
That's it.
I don't think you'd be if you were Stevie Wonder, mate. just chucking that out.
I thought of a blind person on the spot, alright?
GFA.
I mean, I already know how I'm going to vote for him. I want to see how this plans out a little bit. I don't think there'd be much left.
That'd be so disastrous.
Would you, JFA? Would you drive here or walk here?
I think I would drive. I think I would drive here usually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not really a walking thing.
Right. Okay. Go yeah.
Matt. Would you say this place usually has like quite a few people here, like a few hundred people, or do you think it's just like a really small group?
Handful.
Okay.
Go on then, Matt.
Charlie. Would you go here with your friends?
Yeah.
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 Okay. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, should we vote now or should we keep going?
Someone ask him one more question.
Ask him one more.
No, I can't. I'm gonna have to ask you.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Just ask me.
We all know it's you, man.
Just ask me.
I would like to vote for Matt.
I'd like to vote for
Is it hospital?
No.
service station.
I'd love to go there would you go there when you're blind?
Yeah, Stevie Wonder in a petrol station.
I just thought. I honestly just thought of a blind person. Not of Stevie Wonder because you had a dog.
Not many people would go here, Matt, if they're blind. It's a gas station.
Oh,
I like this game.
You're terrible.
let's do another round.
You're fucking terrible.
You're day or night.
Go.
Night. It was a beach.
Go.
I'll start this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, night.
Oh my god.
Lawrence,
Mm-hmm.
would you go here every day?
Not if I had to. Matt.
Yeah.
Would you like to go there?
No.
Yeah.
Your question, Matt.
I'd just like to say that the spy can guess at any time.
Yeah,
as
that's
soon
what
as
she
he thinks
said.
what he is.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Mine.
Right, okay.
Charlie. Oh no.
I got one to trip people out.
How many people would
I'm
come?
basing this on age.
How many people would go to the establishment in one day?
Many people would go to this place. George, based on your role.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wild
card, bitches!
Throwing a spanner in the works.
Would you see many people?
Doing my role specifically.
Your role.
Yeah, I'd say so. You don't know what my role is though.
Nope.
He does now.
But if your role doesn't have anything to do with this place, then I know that you're lying.
Got you. Yeah. I think I'd see quite a few people, to be honest.
Interesting.
What, like employees with you?
You can't ask questions.
Slow down, Matt.
Wait for your turn. Okay, Matt. It'll be your turn next, Matt.
What about, bro?
Would you say this place is quite advanced in technology, or would you say it's really sort of, still in the Stone Ages and needs updating?
No, quite advanced.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Your question, bro.
GFA, what do you think? Is it?
You can't ask
Can't
it back.
ask this
You
person
can't
ask
ask
the
it
same
back.
question back.
No.
You can't ask the person, but
Oh, alright.
GFA, what do you think?
What do you think?
I'm curious what that question was going to be.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yep.
Is there specific equipment at the place?
Not.
You can't just be like, oh, I'll use
No.
this.
Yeah, it's not bound to this place. Like this, the equipment here could be used anywhere. Well, not anywhere in certain places.
Okay.
Lawrence. I'm trying to think.
Excuse me.
Would there be many employees here?
some would have more than others. some would have less than others, obviously. Yeah, that's
Yep.
it. Brilliant. Matt,
Yeah.
how many times a week would you go to this place?
Didn't I ask?
I wouldn't want to.
asked that.
I asked that, didn't I?
No, you asked that in the last round.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to.
What? Now, how many
How many
times?
times a week would you?
I wouldn't want it.
Would someone typically go to this?
I am confused now.
How many times a week would someone typically go to this place?
I don't think I want to.
What?
What?
Once, I guess. Once. I'll try and stay
I
away from
really
it.
don't know anymore.
I'm asking you particularly. It's not me. You're asking me.
Would the average? No, I can't.
Right, Matt, your
Matt.
question.
I don't know. I'm confused now.
GFA.
Hello.
Are you the fucking spy?
No.
Spanners everywhere.
Is that my ask a proper question?
No, I know. I was joking. GFA.
Yeah.
Shush, you spanners.
Yeah.
Are they used in modern day?
But the location, yes.
Okay. Lucas.
Are they used? Are they used in modern day? What threw me? Lawrence. Lawrence. Would you find security in this place? And if it was America, would you find armed security in this place?
Yes. Not. In America, some of them do have security, but not necessarily armed security. I think some might do. I don't actually know.
It's difficult now. We've only got 30 seconds.
They should do, if not.
Yeah. Okay. I'll ask you.
Alright.
Your question.
Here we go. We've got 30 seconds. We played to the end.
All right, Charlie. Would you go there on a weekend?
Ask a question quickly.
Right, yeah.
15 seconds.
Damn it.
14. 13.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
12.
one.
11. 10. 9. 8. 7.
I really can't think of one.
Game over. Okay. Whoever the spy is. Do we vote? Do we now all
Right,
try and vote for it?
Yeah. Well,
Or
yeah,
do-
yeah,
or-
yeah.
or-
All say it. All say it. at
Oh,
the
no,
same-
haven't we run
all
out of
say
time?
it-
Now the
all say it
spy-
at the same
I'm
time.
really fucking confused.
All
Because
say it at the
Matt
same
is an
time.
idiot and doesn't know how to answer
Wait,
questions.
wait.
So
At this point. now
All say it at the same time.
Wait,
Ready?
no,
On
stop.
one.
Now the time's run down. I don't think we can vote. I think that's our time to vote done. Now the spy has the open
Oh,
floor.
right,
to,
okay, fair enough. Yeah,
I think
guess
that's how it
so,
works.
Yeah.
'Cause otherwise, yeah. So the spy, whoever the spy is, you can answer now and try and guess the location to win.
Go on, Matt.
It's you. It's not. It's not me.
Go on.
Go on.
It's not me.
It's none of us the
It's not
spy.
me.
It's not me.
Is no one the spy?
No, I'm not the spy.
I'm not the spy.
What?
I'm a butcher in the supermarket.
Mate, you are flaky as fuck. How are you not?
I'm a cashier in this.
Oh wait, I was the spy. No,
I was a double agent.
I was the spy
It was
the whole
us.
time.
No,
you had some good
way.
answers.
Yeah.
You had some good answers.
No, I didn't. I swear. I thought it was just school. I was going to say
What do you think it
school.
was?
School.
Oh, bollocks.
That's why when you said about the armed security,
I thought.
I asked you about going there
shit.
weekends.
Oh, mate. I
Oh.
thought you were. I thought you were. It was against the.
So this is the nipple story. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Wait, is hello there first? Because otherwise,
Tune
I'm not
in
telling-
next week to hear the rest.
I don't understand what's going on.
I'm telling the nipple story.
GFA
I'm gonna I'm gonna
yeah,
be
yeah.
really vague about it, but essentially, I was at a party when I was 15, and it was a house party because obviously at that point you're not supposed to be drinking. Underage drinking is bad, kids. But we were all drinking, and it was at a party, and we were having a good time, and you know, I feel like a douchebag talking about it. So yes,
like a douchebag talking about it.
yeah, we were dancing and stuff, and it's a good time. And then I started getting with a girl and went behind. There's a big canopy in this garden, and it was like a marquee. It's like a marquee. So we went behind the marquee to take the party elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? In a garden.
I love it when that happens.
And,
Just fucking like spit venom out his mouth. You know when you do it every now and then. you know, like when you spit venom out.
yeah.
Come on.
And
Right, them Jaffa cakes are dusty as fuck. So old.
They're so old. I wasn't going to tell anyone. I was waiting for someone else to have one.
okay, let's continue the story. So
So
yeah,
old.
went behind the marquee, and Tom, Lawrence, and George Carr, three of my three oldest friends, who were there, which are in the chat, and also one is which is sitting here today, decided to follow us around the marquee without me knowing or without the girl knowing. So we started. Things were happening, and
So far.
and I could see over her top of her head that Tom and Lawrence were standing there waving at me, and every now and then just hear Tom going, "Go on, boy." So that was happening in the background. I started laughing, to which the girl was not happy about. She was taking the piss out of her, and then one thing sort of led to another, and she decided to rub my nipples. Now, at this point,
to another in my hand for my nipple.
well, yeah. At this point, I sort of thought, well, this is odd right now. I'm not into this. I'm not into nipply shit. And so at this point I burst out laughing, quite literally, into the poor old girl's face, and she proceeded to basically slap me and run off, and I haven't really spoke to her since. And that was about
Imagine
almost
she was watching.
almost 10 years ago now. So that's I guess it's okay to say it because it's almost 10 years ago.
So do you not like a good old nipple rub?
Do you not
I'm not
like
into it.
nipple?
I'm not into the nips. You know, I'm not into the nip rubs.
Last week we were doing embarrassing stories. I will be a billionaire before I get an embarrassing story out of Charlie. So Lawrence, do you have any? And if so, I know you.
Oh,
fucking
there's-
do.
Someone asked me this the other day, actually.
I text you it because I was trying to find it. I was trying to think
Someone
about it.
joined.
Oh, right.
Melanie said maybe
No,
she
someone
was
else-
hoping a rainbow would pop up with a pot of gold at the end.
What?
Pot of gold,
Gold
no.
just flying out my top of my shirt.
Are you calling GFA a leprechaun? All right, go on. Proceed.
Can't really say it now.
Yeah. Go for it, bro. Just hide behind the pop filter.
So, so I had gone on a night out somewhere. I don't know where. Came home all night, all normal. Well, not normal. I was like I wasn't like absolutely battered, but I was very, very drunk. Right. Went up, went up to my bedroom. Went to sleep. Right.
Oh god.
Well, I woke up in the morning and I was in my living room, covered up with a thin blanket and completely naked. No one stayed around the house. It was just me and I think it was just my mum in the house at the time. So my mum came downstairs and I said, "You all right?" She went, "Are you all right?" I was like, "Yeah, fine. Why?" And she's like, "Do you know why you're down here?" I was like, "No, not really." Basically, what had happened is I was like, I don't know if I was still drunk or just purely sleepwalking, but basically, my mum heard some noises coming from my room. She came upstairs to see me pulling out all of my work shirts from the cupboard and just putting them on the bed, saying, "Need to get these out." Right. So she put me to bed, and then later on that night, she came outside of her room, and we've got this stone sculpture in the bathroom which is about this big, and it was right outside the door of her room, so she almost fell down the stairs. She came downstairs to see her youngest son standing by the stove with a frying pan filled with penne pasta, no water, completely naked, no fire on the stove, and penne pasta all over the floor. And I was just standing there trying to cook it, apparently. I have no recollection of this whatsoever. But hence she wrapped me in a blanket and left me on the sofa.
Holy
shit.
Have you ever sleepwalked?
No,
neither.
No, I'm not. I have actually one time. To what Tom was staying around mine when we were younger, and he was staying up playing Dead Space when it just come out. So my bed was, let's say, just for the viewers, my bed. Let's say this is my bed here. My TV was like here, and there was a chair here where he was sitting playing the game, and I was sleeping on the bed. And apparently, this was at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's still up playing the game. I've sat up in bed. I've sat upright, looked at him, and just started going, "Go to bed! Go to bed!" Like, screaming at him, and I don't remember any of it. I was sleep. Yeah, my eyes were closed, but I was just screaming at him. And then I just started making weird noises and went back to sleep. He just didn't know what to do, so he just literally turned the TV off and slept in the chair. He didn't want to move. I don't know what was going on.
You know, there's two of our friends. You know, Jack Bastock and Alex.
Yeah.
Two of our friends. I remember the story. It made me fucking die. Went on a skiing holiday. And one of them is just normal, and one is very, very normal. And the very, very normal one spun round, and one of them was just laying in bed with his eyes. He couldn't sleep, so he was laying in bed with his eyes open, and he was just like looking around the room. And they were sharing a bed years ago, and he was laying like this. And he was looking this way, and then the guy was here laying upwards, and he just turned. He turned with his eyes closed, and then he was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And he went. He screamed so loudly, and it made Jack fucking belt out the room, and just run,
belt out the room,
and just fucking haul ass.
Oh, should
we tell some ghost stories?
No.
Can you not get the thing working?
I think let's save it to the very end, just in case I can't. Then we can end the stream rather than me changing the thing and it's all just crap and black screen. I don't know if it's going to work or not.
Right. Okay.
If not, we'll premiere it after the stream.
I always lightly sleep talk before I fall asleep. My sister sleepwalks and sleep eats. She went downstairs.
Sleep eats.
You know
That's
the big
dangerous.
variety crisp bags, like the giant ones.
Yeah.
She once went downstairs, got one of those, and hugged it in bed. And my mum walked in to wake her up, and she was laying there holding a Walker's variety bag, hugging it. I don't think I've ever sleepwalked. I don't think so.
I find it so weird. Like it's so you hear people like falling downstairs when they're sleepwalking. Like imagine just being woken up falling down the stairs.
You're not meant to wake.
No,
you're not. No.
Right. Do you wanna talk about the frisbee? Well, I was gonna say if we talk about ghost stories, you can try and sort out. But...
Well, yeah, we got to read the next chapter of.
Should we do it now, Quest. And then we'll do ghost stories? And then we'll
okay.
All right.
The next chapter.
I don't know what this is. Do you want to fill me in and other people?
Okay. Well, everyone else that watches the podcast knows.
Well, some people might be new.
It's called Hero's Quest.
It's a book that I wrote when I was about 8 years old for school. And over the last 6 weeks, we've been reading one chapter per week. They're only about 2 pages long, so it lasts for literally like 3 minutes, 4 minutes per week. And it's on our YouTube channel, so you can always go onto YouTube and have a look at that if you feel so inclined. Now, basically, since we finished it, because there was only 4 chapters, I've essentially started to continue writing chapters for the podcast that are funny. So I think we should read the end of chapter 5 just to keep people up to speed, and then start chapter 6. So I'm going to just get some royalty-free music up here so that we can have it in the background as we always do.
As we always do on the last.
What's the style of the book? Get like
shit.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah.
It's called Hero's Quest. What do you expect?
I'm expecting some.
Yeah, we can't really play links at the moment, and they're not working very well.
Well, yeah, we'll figure it out in a second, though. Okay. Let's do this one, yeah? This one was good last time.
Right. Say in the fashion of Roly Moly, are you sitting comfortably? Well, if you're not, you're going to feel very relaxed once I start reading this story to you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is chapter 6 of Heroes Quest. Actually, do you want to recap chapter 5, and then we'll start the epic tales?
How long is chapter 5?
No, just the end bit. The last paragraph.
We're done for. Cliff gargled with his mouth full of blood when all of a sudden a green hand and purple face emerged from behind an oddly placed out house. Skippity chippity doo, said the creature.
What?
To be continued. And then
skippity chippity. When did you write this?
This chapter was recently, but before it was when I was like really young. But I'm like trying to keep it like as a young mind, like keep it really weird. But...
Skippity chippity.
Yeah, right.
How the hell did that come into your head?
You don't want to be in my head, mate. Right. Are you ready to start? What's chapter 6 called, Matt?
Sorry. Purple Who?
Purple Who?
Think of like Doctor Who, but purple.
You ready to start the epicness?
The tree looks like a brain.
When did you write this? At work? I can imagine you writing this at work.
Actually does.
Oh, yeah. No, I was right. Yeah. All right.
A bright flash filled the sky, blinding everyone for a few seconds. In this moment, all of the elves dropped to the ground, stiffer than the wood of the Black Pearl. When the dust had settled, I pulled myself up off the ground to find no trace of the purple creature. "Clifford!" I screamed, whilst running over to him. "Clifford!" I wanted to see if he was okay. Blah! He gargled with 58 gallons of blood pouring from his mouth, nose, eyes, and ear. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. 58 gallons of blood. But can you imagine? It's only like 30 gallons. He's still like
Nose, eyes, ears.
Every orifice had blood pouring out of it.
Oh shit.
It's my time, boy. Clifford managed to spit out before his head collapsed to the dirt.
Thank you very much, Crazy Noble.
Thanks, Crazy Noble.
Milk was a bad choice.
It's my time, boy. Clifford managed to spit out before his head collapsed to the dirt. He looked me dead in the eye and shouted, "I used to be an adventurer like you." He died. That was it. Yeah, that was it. Releasing 2 metric tons of feces into his shorts. 2 metric tons. Holy fuck. Of feces. And then I've got this picture.
Goddamn cookies.
It's so damn hot.
If you can't see.
Show Lawrence the picture.
Thanks, Chara, the real you're a real one. Right, what else have we got?
Who just followed? I didn't see it.
Chara, the real.
Thank you, bro.
A real one. With fury in my heart, I knew. You play music?
Yeah.
I need the music.
You need the music. You still eat this? Oh my god, I got a story for after.
Keep going.
With fury in my heart, I knew I had to find this purple being that saved my life. I wasn't sure where to start, but then I remembered what it had said. Skippity chappity doo! I remembered what it had said. I headed for Skippity Town to find some answers about this. Purple who?
Oh shit.
That's it. And chapter 7, something strange in Skippity Town.
And you can all look forward to that next week,
That
ladies
is
and gentlemen.
absolutely banging.
Fucking great. Yeah, no, fucking. But right, so this story before I forget, right? So in my bedroom, I was trying to find my
Ghost stories, right? Just accept.
No. Oh,
Is this like spooky ghost stories?
no. This is it is spooky.
Spooky skeleton.
Yeah, so we're now going on to spooky stories. Sorry.
Yeah, this well, it's not a ghost story, but it's a scary story.
Yeah, we're moving on to spooky stories.
Spooky, scary stories.
personal
It's not a ghost one, but it is very scary. So buckle up. You buckled?
Huh?
Yeah. Oh my god, that's like what's his name? Jake does that. He's like, put your vlog belts on, and he like, oh, it's fucking cringy. Anyway, so skidoodle, your dick is now a noodle. Yeah, so it is actually quite scary to be honest. I was in my bedroom, right, and I was trying to find my car logbook to obviously tax my car that was 6 months late, and I saw a Mars like Milky Way Twix, you know, like what you get at Christmas, those like collection boxes.
Celebrations.
No,
He said more Milky Way.
they are all in celebrations, to be honest.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You know the selection boxes
Yeah.
where you get like 12 metric tons of like plastic, but like 5 chocolate bars. You know, like the cardboard boxes of chocolate bars.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, moving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
selection boxes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't fucking
Yes.
know what I'm talking about. You look at me like that.
Celebrations, mate. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you got the box, yeah.
So and I was like,
Celebrations.
so I love Milky Ways. I fucking grabbed the box, opened it, grabbed the Milky Way out of it, and I was eating this Milky Way, and I was like, it tastes very, very disgusting. It tasted very, very disgusting, and I went back to the selection box, and the sell-by date was the 14th of March, 2010. And I had it still in my mouth. I was like, oh! It was like coming out of my mouth. I was like, oh! it was grim. I didn't.
You're lucky 58 gallons of blood didn't immediately start pouring out of your face.
Nah, but 2 metric tons of feces definitely did.
I thought it was going to be the story about the phone. I didn't know. I thought that's why I said it's going to be a
phone?
spooky story. The phone. Yeah, that one. I thought that's what we were going with.
I think my house is haunted actually.
You just got like people, immigrants jumping over the back of your garden from the M25.
Yeah, fair.
That's what he explained it to me, because he was like, one time you come upstairs and you said there was someone in the garden, and then another time you said there was someone
I'm
out
about
the
to.
front.
I've got a few actually. They all revolve around my house. My house is pretty. MAViSMITH Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, let's do it.
Mav's house.
Well, your parents are away for 2 weeks, aren't they? So we can.
Oh, yeah.
We can do ghost adventures.
We're gonna do Ghost Adventures, bitch. You're gonna see it.
MAViSMITH's ghost adventures in Matt's house.
Shut up.
Yeah, so Ghost
That's gonna
Adventures.
happen.
All right,
That's
so these are. Right, I'll tell one ghost story and then someone else can, and then I'll go second.
I have 0 ghost stories.
So my first ghost story and my most recent one, my girlfriend had a phone in my bedroom, and she left it there and had gone home and left their phone there. Right, I can't remember it.
I remember it better than you do.
Yeah, I can't remember it.
So Matt's girlfriend left her phone at Matt's, and it was on the table. And Matt had his phone, and that was also on the table.
Very traumatizing.
Literally next to each other on the table. Matt went to leave the room, and his phone started to ring. And when he went back and checked, it was from his girlfriend's phone, which was next to his phone, and they were both locked and just sitting on their own on the table.
Yeah,
So
I went to call. Yeah, and then my phone was ringing, and it was Natalie's phone calling my phone. But they were next to each other, and the only people in the house were me and my mum, and we were, and I was talking to her about something that was wrong with the bathroom. So we were in the bathroom, and my phone started ringing. So I went, "Oh shit!" Ran back into my room to get my phone, and I stopped because I saw like her ugly fucking face on the screen, and I thought, "Fuck,
she's in the chat, bro."
Yeah, that's what I fucking could see.
Nice save.
Yeah, and I saw her ugly mouth on the screen, and then I fucking shat myself because.
Yeah, you're actually testing whether she's watching or listening.
I am. She puts it up and just fucked off.
I shouldn't say anything. She'll just beat the shit out of you tonight.
Yeah.
Come into plays with a black eye. It was while I'm in a wheelchair.
Lawrence, do you want to tell the Frisbee story?
Been trying to get it out of my head for the last 15 years, mate.
Hundreds
This is
of
like
years
counselling.
of counselling.
You can tell it, bro.
Do you want me to tell it?
Was the girlfriend of the ghost story because you never had one?
You claim it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, so
God.
I'll tell it because I could always tell a different one when he gets round to me. If you want to tell yours,
It took me.
Oh, have you got another one?
It took me a month to get this story out of it.
I might do. Go on, you tell that one unless you've got a different one you want to say.
Okay, no, I'll tell this one. So me and GFA here were at my house. We were about 6 years old, 7 years old. Now you're gonna think, oh yeah, we was young. With like kids, don't really know about.
But we both remember it exactly
We
the
both
same.
remember it exactly the same, and it's clear as day in my head.
Yeah. I can
We
tell you the
was-
colour of the Frisbee and everything.
We was playing.
Oh, the details.
What colour is it?
Red. Every Frisbee is
Good.
red.
Apart from the
So
ones that are blue.
Or green.
we was playing with a Frisbee in my garden. I think no one was in the house apart from my mum. My mum was inside. I think she just cooked us dinner or something. That's why we went in.
Yeah.
I think. So, yeah, we stopped playing with the Frisbee. I had the last throw of it. George was next to me, and I just threw it into the garden. And it went down. In my garden, there's like a little, like a middle,
Partition.
like a partition. Kind of basically like, imagine like a wide alleyway kind of thing. Threw it down there, and it landed on the floor just down there. Me and George both turned around, started walking into the house. I heard a noise behind me, and we both looked down on the floor
Scared
behind
shit.
us, and the red Frisbee was about 5 feet away from us on the floor.
Like someone had thrown it back, but there
Someone
was no one else
threw
around.
the Frisbee back, but there was no one else in my house at the time apart from my mum who was inside, and no one was in my garden.
Because we turned around the second we heard it hit, and it wasn't like it had to fly a long distance.
Yeah.
It was maybe 20 meters. Do you want to say maybe a bit further?
A lonely
20
ghost wanted
metres.
to
Was that-
play
is 20 metres too
frisbee
far?
with
That's
the
it.
mates.
15
metres?
meters.
A
About
lonely
15
ghost
meters
wanted
away.
to play frisbee with his mates,
Well,
and he just
It was
got
50, yeah, 50. So
rejected.
by the time it hit, there was no way that someone else could have thrown it and hid or anything like that. It's just impossible with the layout of the garden. So the fact that we threw it, turned around, I want to say 5 to 10 seconds later, as we were walking up the steps to walk into his actual house, it landed right behind us, and we turned and we sprinted. Like, we didn't just walk away thinking, oh, someone threw it back, or oh, that must have been your brother or something. We literally sprinted inside because we knew no one else was out there. And that still haunts me today. Every time I'm at your house and look into the garden, it
It's
scares the
actually
shit out
horrible.
of me. Because Lawrence has got like a statue in his garden where this alleyway is. So every time you see it, it just looks like one of the weeping bloody
Yeah.
what do you call them? Angels from Doctor Who. It's terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's that fucking. It took me about a month to get that out of GFA because he said I was Lauren said I was GFA, and I was going back and forth. No one fucking tell me.
Too spooky.
Right, I've got two more, but I'm gonna read out one of our viewers' ghost stories. A ghost just unexplained situations. Well, yeah, because we don't have anything else to blame it on.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, we can't exactly. I mean, personally, I have never seen a ghost. As in, I've never visually seen a ghost. And to be honest, I don't really believe, other than that one thing that happened when we were younger. But no, I've never seen one. So they're just unexplained situations, right? We can't. I can't exactly say. Oh yeah, I was in my bed once, and it was like Ghostbusters, and this really hot woman was floating above me, and she was a ghost, and I was like, well. May as well go on then. You're pulling my leg.
Alright, I'm just trying to get up this story.
So yeah.
So I'm on the wrong fucking account. 1 second.
Oh, we're pulling up a viewer's ghost story.
Yeah.
So have you got one, Charlie, to say?
I have none.
Okay.
No ghost experience.
I'll tell you a bit of a weird thing that happened to me. Just it's not really a ghost story. It's and it's actually when my granddad passed away. It was it was a couple of years ago now. Yeah, and I was sitting. So I had just come. It was when I was at school still. No, sorry, it was when I was at sixth form. I was at home, and my granddad had been in hospital. He'd been quite ill for quite a while at this point. He'd been in hospital for a few months, like sort of in and out for 6 months probably, but he's only been in there for about a month, like solid straight. And he was in there, and he just wasn't getting any better. And we sort of knew that something bad was going to happen, but he'd been in there so much. He was 95. He'd been in there so much. You know, he was strong. He always came out, so it was like we didn't really expect it. Anywho, I was sitting at home. My mum was up the hospital with him at the time, and when he passed away, she called my brother and told him that he had passed away, but she didn't. No one told me. She obviously told him to tell me, but he must have just been a bit, obviously really upset, so he didn't come and tell me. So I didn't know. So I was sitting there watching TV, and I heard a knock on the living room door behind me, and it was already slightly ajar, but we've got there's glass windows on our living room door, so it's like a glass panel, and it sounded like a glass knock, knock, knock. And then I sort of had the door slide a little bit, and I thought it was my mum home, and I said, "Oh, how is he?" Turned around, no one there. No one there. Didn't see the door move when I turned around, granted, but it was definitely more open than when I left it. No one there. I didn't know what happened. I sort of shrugged it off because at the time it didn't really mean anything to me. My mum came home about half an hour later. Turns out it was literally about around the time he had passed when I heard that knock, like half an hour ago. And I was, my mum walks in and goes, "You're right." I was like, "How is he?" And she goes, "He's dead, George." I was like, "Well, no one fucking told me." It's horrible. And yeah, what a horrible time. But yeah, that was a very spooky time for me.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me read Light's ghost story that he sent us on Instagram.
Viewer Lights in the chat. It's his ghost story.
I haven't read this. If there's
Do you want to read through it first?
nah, I'm good.
Okay.
MAViSMITH gets banned.
Fair enough.
This is a scary urban legend called Humans Can Lick Too, or the Licked Hand.
Oh, no, it's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about dog under the bed.
Oh, I know. I think I know this one as well.
You know this one.
Is it the old woman in the end in the bathtub?
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it.
Well, I just said old woman. It's
Guys,
not an old. It's
I
not.
ain't ready yet.
It's not an old woman under the bed licking his hand. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
That'd be
What is
creepy.
it?
It's about.
I know. Yeah. I know the one.
You're not away.
You want to tell the story?
What's that noise?
Sounds like a car, isn't it?
It's a plane. I don't know.
We're all getting a bit scared now.
Yeah, I know.
It's a car.
We're all like,
started slowly started.
Except for Charlie, he's like
Charlie's too tall to just. He's just like
Charlie. No, Charlie charges, goes.
Sounds like you're filming.
This is an urban myth. Yes, it is.
Right.
The my car.
Spooky.
I don't think I locked it.
It's a your car's been stolen.
Okay.
It's about a beautiful young girl who was left home alone one night. Your time to shine, boy.
No wonder these two know the story.
but protected by her dog, which was a very large collie. The parents told the girl to lock all the windows and doors after they had left, but there was one window in the basement that would not close completely. Well, then you get that shit fixed. In the basement as well, like, you need to get that shit fixed.
Keep the scary vibes, come on, man.
Yeah, scary vibes, bro.
Trying as best as she could. She finally got the window shut, but it would not lock. So she left the window and went back upstairs. But just to make sure that no one could get in, she put the deadbolt lock on the basement door. Then she sat down, had some dinner, fed her dog, and decided to sleep for the night. Settling down, she snuggled up in bed. Her dog slept underneath her bed. She reached her hand down and let her dog lick it as she said goodnight. But during the night, she woke with a fright. But during the night, she woke up with a start. The girl lay there wondering what had woken her, when suddenly she heard a noise. It was a dripping sound and seemed to be coming from the bathroom. She must have left the water running, and now it was dripping into the drain of her sink. So thinking it was no big deal, she decided to go back to sleep. But she felt nervous, so she reached her hand over the edge of her bed and let the dog lick her hand for reassurance that he would protect her. Again, at about 3:45, she woke up hearing dripping. Again, she reached down and let the dog lick her hand. Then she fell back to sleep. At 6:52, the girl decided that she had had enough. She got up just in time to see her parents were pulling up to the house. Good, she thought. Now someone can fix the sink, because I know I didn't leave it running. She walked to the bathroom and there was the collie dog, skinned and hung up on the curtain rod.
Jesus Christ.
The noise she heard was its blood dripping into a puddle on the floor. The girl screamed and ran to her bedroom to get a weapon. This is set in America. In case someone was still in the house, and there on the floor, next to her bed, she saw a small note
Shooting up the house.
written in blood saying humans can lick too.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! It's the Diet Fanta. Apparently.
Yeah. What's wrong with it? All right. Should we try and get this video working?
Wait, I've got a couple more ghost stories. Just a couple more. I'll be quick.
Okay.
Because Charlie was there for one of them.
He said he didn't have any.
No.
Well, he didn't
wasn't there, I was
experience
just
it.
chilling.
These are real. These actually happened in my life. So Charlie was around my house. Do you remember when we went through about 36 cans of?
You had to hide it because your parents didn't like you having energy drinks.
We went to Costco.
No, it was Tesco's. And they had a sale on them, like Kick or something.
And
wasn't
we
it?
got-
Some cheap ass.
And we got like, what's the shadow behind the curtain? The shadow behind the curtain is just Charlie. He's so big, he actually wraps underneath the curtain, and he's on the other side. So Charlie was around my house. Are you fucking serious?
Sorry, bro.
Baby. So Charlie was around my house, and I was making like a tea or whatever, a coffee, whatever, and my kind of garden. Well, my window is here, the garden's out here, and then the kettle's here. So I look out the window down the garden when I'm making a tea or whatever, and it was pitch black, so I couldn't see anything. And I've got a massive security light that comes on for 45, I think it's 45 seconds. So, and I was making a tea, and I looked up, and there was I don't know why I looked up, and the security light was on, and someone was standing in the garden just staring back at me. And we were like 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
So I fucking panicked and just looked straight at my tea, right? And then I looked back up at about 5 seconds later, and there was no light on, no one was there. And I ran upstairs to Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
What I find weirder about that story, more than the person in your garden, is the fact that you saw someone in your property standing staring at you like some weird, creepy bloke, and you've just gone, mix your tea for 10 seconds. Wonder if that guy's
fair,
still
No,
there.
but it shocked me. I just didn't expect that.
Oh, do you remember that other one? Do you remember the one when I woke up in the middle of the night in my old bedroom? I thought I saw
Oh
something.
god, yeah. I don't remember it, but I remember vaguely. If you remember the story, tell it.
Oh man,
I told
that
go
was
for it.
weird.
Has
Go for it.
anyone had like you know when you're asleep and you wake up but you can't move and you start
Every
imagining
morning,
things?
bro.
Yeah,
Every single
sleep
morning.
paralysis. I've had that,
sleep paralysis.
I think
never had that.
actually
I've had
That's
I've had
my
that before.
nightmare. I just don't want that.
Rob gets it all the time.
Really?
I've had it twice, I think.
I've had it before. It's fucked.
I've never had it. I don't.
What? So
I don't
it
want
feels real, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're in a dream, but you're not in a dream because your eyes are
What,
open.
do you remember where it was?
Yeah, so I don't think this was sleep paralysis. It might have been, but I was quite young at the time.
I do remember the story now. This is fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Excuse my language.
I was probably like 8 or 9 years old.
This is
I was in my bed, my old bedroom, right? The bed was right next to the wall. So like just a normal square bedroom right in the corner next to the wall, my door, at the other side. And it must have been like the middle of the night or something. I just woke up for some reason, and I always used to sleep facing the wall, so I was never looking behind me. And I turned around and vividly saw like an image of a girl like on a rope. The rope was going from my ceiling to the floor, and this like, little girl was just like
holding it.
like hanging on the rope. And I literally grabbed the covers and put them over my head and was like shaking for about a minute, and then I think I fell asleep under there.
I wouldn't be able to fall asleep after that. I'd
Yeah.
be traumatized.
Well, I think I might have had a look and there was nothing there, obviously.
See,
but
have you
it
ever
was really, really weird.
Have you ever had it where it's like so dark in a room where
You
you
start
think
to
you
see
see
things.
something? I had it the other night where I turned off my lights and because your eyes were adjusting
Yeah.
in my head, I was thinking for some reason I was thinking about like the Ring movies, and I don't know why as I turned the light off. But I honestly, no word of a lie, I pictured like in my head, I
'cause
pictured
you can
like
see it,
the
like,
girl
yeah,
with
I
the
know
back
what you
hair
mean.
running towards me, and I shat myself because it happened so quickly. The second I sort of saw it, because this was before I had the Alexa set with the lights, I just literally turned my hand on and turned the light on, and obviously there was nothing there. It was just right, and it's just my eyes adjusting, but it shook me enough that I thought I saw it. That was weird.
Yeah, nice.
Screw sleep paralysis. You can force yourself to get it as well.
I don't know, but I fucking don't know why you would. I mean, I remember laying there and I had monsters coming through the fucking window next to me, because obviously my bed is next to the window, and through the door and shit. It's fucking creepy as shit. My other ghost story is when I was very little. So that's the thing. When you're younger, you just don't. You can't really tell, can you?
No, because it all becomes a blur, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was like 8 or 9 or whatever, 7, 8, something like that. And there isn't another one, is there? Are you referencing the one that happened last week?
What?
So, just for audio listeners on SoundCloud or iTunes, a viewer of ours, a new viewer, Galaxa, has just said, just seen about the shooting in America, absolutely horrible.
I'm guessing that's it.
I'm assuming that's the one that happened last week with the kids
it
and
really surprised me, but
the bloke. But yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
yeah,
it's terrible. We have spoke about that tonight. It's horrible.
I don't know. I think he's referencing the old one.
Okay.
No, so yeah, so and so I was quite young, and I was downstairs, and my old house used to be set up a bit different, and I would have to walk through a lounge to get to my dad's office, and I walked into my front room. It was a very small house. I walked into my front room, and there was a dude sitting there with like a cane, just sitting there like, you know, that the Breaking Bad poster. You know when he's sitting on the throne, and he's sitting all like badass. He was like that, and he had a cane on, but he was holding the cane like this, and he had his head on it like that, and he was doing that, and he was just looking at me. And obviously, I was quite young, and I was like, okay, so I just turned around and walked off. And I went up to my dad. I was like, who's in the front room? And he was like, no one is. So we went and had a look, and no one was there. 100% there was someone sitting in that fucking chair. 110%. I don't believe in ghosts. I feel like it's your imagination. I feel like it's. I always feel like, to me, what I dumb it down to is it's like a lapse in your like, imagination.
Yeah.
No, in your imagination, where you imagine it.
I just think it's your brain. Like even if you're on drugs or like people see stuff when they're messed up in their head, they just see stuff and they fully believe that it's there.
Yeah,
it's just the brain just playing tricks on you, and the brain's so complex as well. So there's no way of telling what it's going to do.
All right. Well, what should we do? Should we
Make you believe
should
that
we
you
should we
see
call
shit,
the
hear
call the
shit.
podcast and then try and watch the video, or watch video?
So what I'm going to do, I think, and it may not be the case, I think the reason that I can't get it to work is because we're also recording at the same time as we're streaming, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to end the recording, which means the mic section of what's going to go onto iTunes. So we'll wrap it up for the iTunes podcast, and then we'll do like a bit of a post show for Twitch where we show off the new video if it works. And if it doesn't, then we'll link you in chat and we'll make it listed onto YouTube, because right now it's on YouTube, but it's unlisted because we want to make it.
Yeah.
Okay, so for all you listeners on this, so this is not ending yet on Twitch. If you want to hang around to see our latest YouTube video, we're going to try and get that out for you right now. But for audio listeners on Apple, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, iPlayer, bloody Blueberry Podcast, all the podcast things that have nicked our
I still haven't
podcast.
thought of that app thing. I forgot.
Thank you very much for listening, and we hope to see you either in the Twitch chat or on our YouTube channel, or just just leave a comment on SoundCloud, whatever. We check everything, or on our social medias. All the links can be found in all the descriptions on everything. So yeah, keep in contact with us. We hope you enjoyed the podcast, and it's a bye from me.
It's a bye from us. Wait, what's your YouTube on?
Please, no.
There's our
Stop
YouTube.
it.
If you stick around, we will try and get the show. But yeah, thanks to everyone, all of our podcasts and all audio listeners. Thanks for Charlie and our executive producer Lawrence for joining us today. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you have a good week. We'll see you next Monday. We will be doing this week. Our kind of schedule is Wednesday. We're going to be doing our stream as usual. Twitch.tv/MAViSMITH. We'll be just chilling around playing games. And this Saturday will be a long stream. GFN and I are going to do a long stream. We'll maybe be joined by people, or we'll be playing, games, PUBG, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, well, anything really. Jackbox games as well. But yeah, follow us on Instagram so where we can keep up to date with everything that we do. I don't know what's happening to my left, but yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Thank you very much,
Wrap
guys.
it up, Dan.